Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun today. We're going to make some I'm calling them envelope wraps, pocket wraps. I never know what to call things. Anyways, I'm going to make, this one's mostly finished, so let me kind of show you this one. It's going to be, well, if I can open it up. I've laced it up and it's a little bit, Anyways, so you've got this part and this part, and I've opened up the envelopes to make big pockets. And I'm going to put these vellum laced up pockets, like corner pockets, on here. I did most of this one off camera, but I wanted to be able to show you what we're going to do with this so you know what I'm doing, kind of. Okay, so today we're going to be needing some envelopes. The ones I'm using, this one and this one. This one is 5.5 by 4.5. I measured. And then this one is 4.5 by 6.25. So that's just what I'm using. You can use whatever size you want. And you're going to need some papers to mat them. Now I'm working with the Lady Mary. And you can use that. It's in my Etsy shop. Or any of my other digitals, or any papers you want to use, it's fine, to mat and make these. This is vellum. Now if you don't plan on using that, just use paper or whatever to make your little corner pocket. And this is a heavyweight vellum. This is not the little lightweight flimsy stuff. This is the kind that people use when they're doing like drafting, so you can write on it, you can erase it and write on it again. It's that kind of vellum. So there you go. And of course you're going to need glue, double stick tape, a brayer, ruler, scissors, paper trimmer, and vintage photo distress oxide, some kind of pointy tool. And I suggest now look, lace is an option, vellum is an option. Use it, don't use it. It's completely up to you. But since I'm going to put these in the signature, I do recommend that you put a little bit of fabric on here, because that will be sewn through, and this is just an envelope after all. So you want a little bit of safety and security and strength to be there in that, because it'll be in, it'll be sewn in. Okay, so let me catch this one up to here. I guess that's what we'll do first, and then we'll move from there. I'm not going to put the vellum pockets on this one. It's a smaller one, and I've got it, the insides are done, right? And is that up, or is this up? I'm trying to figure out the up and the down. This is up. Okay, so now I did use my decal edge trimmer on this. You don't have to do that, okay? Not necessary. I just got it out and was playing with it. I matted this piece onto this piece. Now, I'm not particularly giving you measurements for this, because whatever envelopes you're using, if you're using this one, then, just give yourself at least 1/8 of an inch, and then cut this one out to fit in here. And what I did was I printed, I think it was a 5x7 and 2 to a page to get this size, because it's one of the pages in the actual kit. So yeah, and if you didn't hear when I said, the software I used to do that, it's an old software from Office 2010 or something like that. It's really old nowadays. Software gets old really quickly. But I use Office Photo Manager or Picture Manager or something like that. It's free to download. You can go in, you can print wallet size, you can print 8x10, which I did in another project that's coming up soon-ish. You can print any size you want, more or less. 2 to a page, 3 to a page, whatever you want to do with that software. So if you don't have that ability to work with your printer or whatever, you can get that software, Microsoft Office 2010 Picture Manager or Photo Manager. I forget what it's called. Anyways, so if you want to shrink them down, and that's what I recommend, okay? All right, so this is going to go on here, and thankfully I've got it, excuse my reach, I didn't get my stuff together. I've got it ready to go on. Like I said, I matted this onto here. This is one of the background pages, and this is just one of the writing pages. Because when I put this in, I want it to be a, you know, writing page, right? It's going to be, yeah, envelope, pocket wrap pages. I'll think of something by the time I have to come up with the title for this video, and that's probably what I'll call it. Envelope, pocket wrap page. Something like that. So I'm going to just give myself a little bit of room. Now, when you're putting this on here, don't go all the way up to this edge here, because that's where I'm going to open that up to make that pocket. So you kind of have to keep that in mind as you go, so that it's not right snubbed up there too bad when you know, when you do that. Now this is going to be great to put in some, I don't know, journal cards. Let's see. Somebody could put, if they had this journal and they're using it on a regular basis as a journal, they can put memorabilia in here. They could put letters. They could put all kinds of such and such in here. Just a nice place to add extra things, right? Okay, that's pretty. We're all about the pretty, right? We gotta. Now this, I want to make sure I'm putting it the same direction. I mean, it's going to be on different pages, but still. Okay. Now if I can remember that. When you put it in the signature, it's going to be, well, you know, over on the other side. One side's going to be on one side of the signature, and the other side's going to be on the other side of the signature, right? I don't even know if I'm making sense. Okay, let me make sure again. Of course I didn't. Okay, 1 minute. Yep, this way. I'm such a weirdo. Okay, so again, not too close to this edge. Okay. Now, so nice. Yeah, this is going to be really nice to add in. And it adds a couple of pages to the signature. Well, I guess it adds 8 pages. I don't know. 8 pages to the signature. If you count both sides on, you know, anyways. So I didn't want to get too bulky with it, because, you know, a signature gets bulky and then you go, what am I going to do with that? You know? Or I do. Okay. So now we've got it together this way and this way and this way. And I went ahead and put that on there because, well, you know, it's just putting a little piece of fabric on. So I'm going to go ahead, excuse my reach again. I'm going to go ahead and take this edge off just the tiniest bit, so that I open this up before any lacing begins, because you know I'm going to lace that, right? Because that's just how I roll. Not that much, it's silly. Okay, now I'm forever calling myself silly, so it's just, you know, disregard me. Alright, now we've got just that tiniest little edge off, and that opened that up, and that opened that one up. Now we've got plenty of room in here to put whatever a person would want to put in there, right? Okay, so I'll start the lacing, but I'll finish it off camera because I want it to be pretty. We're all about the pretty, like I said. I'll start the lacing, and then I'll come back and we'll put this one, finish up, and show you where I'm going to put them in the signature. Let me get the lace started, and let's see. I always try to, I mean, this one doesn't really have a front, but this is the front, so I always try to start on the back. Just in case you haven't seen it or have been intimidated by it, or, you know, or, it's fine. I just wanted to show you, if you wanted to do it, it's not hard to do. It's pretty simple and easy. Some people use Fabri-Tac for this. I don't, because of my asthma and other breathing difficulties. So if you want to use Fabri-Tac, you can. I'm using Cosmic Shimmer because it works on fabric just as well as, well, just as well as any other glue, Fabri-Tac included. So, you know, it's just whatever you've got, I guess. And to me, Fabri-Tac is a little bit expensive as well. So, I mean, I think it's cheaper in some areas, but in my area, I did try it a few years ago, but it just doesn't do well with asthma, okay? So we've got that corner turned, right? And we're just going to keep going till we get this up through here. So if you don't have asthma, go ahead and use that. But I did find that when I was trying it out, it does dry clear, but it dries clear shiny, if that makes sense. This doesn't dry clear shiny, this just dries clear. So, if you've got art glitter glue, it'll do this. It's fine. I think there's several others that'll do it too. I'm not going to say one glue is just, you know, the greatest in the world, and don't use any of the others, because you never know what's going to be available nowadays. We might be out of this kind or that kind and have to use another kind. Who knows? We have to use what we can. I prefer Cosmic Shimmer, but that's just me. I'm not a glue snob, so just so you know. Cosmic Shimmer is a little bit cheaper than some other glues that do the same thing. And yeah, I go for the little bit cheaper, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Just not. Okay, so right here you could turn and go up here, but I'm going to just put a piece from here to here. What I'm going to do is go over here and open it up and have it go across. That way I've got one continuous piece going. Does that make sense? So I'm just trying to show you the things that could be a little bit, if you've not done it before, could be a little bit hinky, but really it's not hard. It's just super easy. And after you do it for a little while, you go, oh, why wasn't I doing that before? You know, because it's pretty. Okay, so we're going to get this on here. And then after I get here, I am going to go off camera. I'll pause, go off camera, and do the rest of this. And then I'll come back after it's done so that our video won't get too long. And all I'm going to do is turn this corner just like I did these ones over here, and go around and meet up here, finish it off there. I'll put a strip here and here, just like I did, just like I did on this one, just that strip there. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back, and this one is laced up. Now I will suggest, when you get through, if you're doing the lacing, to go ahead and go back and make sure this is open, because sometimes when you're doing your lacing, you can get a little smidge of glue somewhere that it doesn't need to be, and you know, it'll kind of stick. So just open that back up and make sure, right? So now back to this vellum. Now if I could show you, you don't even see the glue underneath. Maybe a teeny bit, I don't know. Anyways, this kind of vellum doesn't show your glue marks as much as the really thin vellum does. So we're going to go ahead and put this down and have our pretty envelope wrap page pockets. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Okay, get you a generous amount of glue. You can use double stick tape, but I didn't think to do that, so I think this will be fine. You don't want to put anything super bulky in these pockets anyways, because, you know, it will bulk up your signature a bit more than you want it to. So hold that a minute and let it get situated. Give it a little bit of a roll. Yep. I might put a little bit of extra here. This seems to be leave and go. Let me get a little extra glue on there. Okay. Now, always if things don't seem to be holding on real quick and you need to move on to something else, you can always do this number here. Just stick a little clip on there and move on. Then you've got it sorted out for, you know, it can sit there and do its thing while you're doing something else. Okay, so this one's going to go on here, and that's going to be lumpy bumpy. Okay. Yep, but you can, regular vellum, I love using it, but you have to be very careful where you put your glue. With this, you don't, not so much. It'll just, I don't know, it'll just hold its own, I guess. It doesn't do too bad. So I kind of like using this heavier vellum. Get that lined up like so and like so. And press. Yep. See if I can go ahead and do that. And that. Give this a good moment to dry, right? This one should be done now. Yeah. I don't want to put too much pressure on it, but you've got a nice little pretty pocket, and you can see through it. Not as much as the other, but still, it works. I think that's so pretty. And the colors of this floral edging go really well with this. The fabric that I found in my stash is just stuff I had in my stash. I've got 10 tons of fabric. You know, it's a thing. Okay, take that off and give it a roll and make sure we're down good. Then we've got pretty pockets on the front and back. Okay, that's really nice. Now, what I'm going to do with this is, this one I wanted to put around the whole signature, like sort of like a cover for the signature, right? That's really pretty like that. So, and you've got lots of room to put letters or whatever you want to put in there. And I had a place marked, let's see, right here somewhere. I'll get there. Right here is where I wanted to put this one. This one will go in. Yeah, remember to open those up just in case. And this is going to go like so. And it'll be in, you know. Now, this needs to be somewhere when you're you need to think strategically when you go to sew this signature in. Right now it's all loosey-goosey and it's fine, but you need to make sure you kind of tip it to the top or the bottom. You need two of, if you're doing a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, you don't have to worry about that. But if you're doing a 3, you need 2 of your threads to go through this. And this one's a little bit smaller, which is fine. I had planned for that. So you can put it to the top a little or to the bottom a little and have it that way. That's just my suggestion with putting these in, because you need 2 tie-ins for it. So yeah, top or bottom, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be all the way, but I just thought I would share that little bit of my strategy. So that goes in there, and then once you turn, this is going to be the center spread, which I have got ready. It's going to be a video coming to a YouTube channel near you real soon. So then you see it on the other side. And again, like with this, you see it on the other side. So that gives you lots more writing space for the journal signature, for, oh, that's another thing we did. And for putting larger-ish things in. It's nice to make those little bitty tuck spots where you can stick a little bit of something here and there. But I find also that I really like to make the bigger places to put nice things, you know. I don't know. I just like doing that. So this one, this signature is getting a little bit fluffy. Yep. But that's okay. We want it to be a little bit fluffy. And it's going to be awesome. When I get this journal together, ooh, it's going to be amazing. I have more plans. I have lots more plans to do. Things that are going to go in here, and you know, over here, and that one is so fun. And, you know, we've got a tip in here and pockets. Now, I may take some of the pages and do this again, make little journal cards, you know, print them at different sizes and make journal cards to go in those things that I just made, these. I might. It's a thing. I'm still planning and thinking and all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, that's our video for today. I hope you guys will give this a try. If you want to do it with the Lady Mary, that's fine, but you don't have to. You can do this with any papers. You can do it with Stamperia or Graphic 45 or whatever papers you want to do. You can do this little activity with that. So, yep, it's lots of fun. I think it is. And it comes out really pretty. So, all right, you got, oh, there's still a draw on. When I reach the next 100 mile marker, I'm going to be giving away digital journal kits. So if you want to be entered in the drawing, make a comment. That's all you got to do. Even if you don't want to be entered in the drawing, make a comment. I like to hear from you. Let me know if you do this, and let me know what you think about it. I think it's fun, it's functional, and it's pretty. How about that? Okay. You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. TTFN.